Fair use. The views and opinions of Jay and Cannon do not represent the views of any studio, actor, or whiny fanboys. Warning, there are spoilers.
Hey everyone, Jay Pylon from Gematria Coast on Twitter. I'm joined once again by the illustrious Cannon Hotep of the Hotep Nation.
Salute.
Even this man's cereal stays strapped up. What's good, Cannon?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling this cold ass weekend, man. It's been like 25 degrees in Maryland. It's crazy. We had a little snow happen. So, but it's been, just been chilling.
All right. I'm out in Oklahoma. Temperature was down in 13 degrees.
Oh shit! I'm crying about nothing then. God damn.
No, it's all, especially with wind chill, it can get really chilly. But last time we checked in with each other, we said we'd be back to another Hotep movie review.
Yeah.
This time with the James Bond, No Time to Die. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
you got to see it. What'd you think?
Man, I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting another dark Bond movie, maybe kind of woke. I didn't know what to think yet. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it a whole lot.
All right.
I like how they implemented so many little things from different past Bonds. You know what I mean? Like the DB5
right.
from
some recall with this Bond movie.
Yeah. Shucks. I want to say the DB5 was in Goldfinger. Was it Goldfinger? But regardless, they had the DB5, right? I did see what you was talking about in Her Majesty's Secret Service, where there was some parallels there, right? Yeah. It wasn't necessarily like a continuance, but they used a lot of the stuff from there.
Right, the callbacks.
Yeah, great. They had so many callbacks from different movies.
The Louis Armstrong
playing,
right?
Yeah, the Louis Armstrong joint. Man, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It was unnecessary. I think it was too long though. I think it was too long, and I think there was a lot of filler. Like they could have cut some of the stuff out. Like there was some things we didn't really need. You know what I mean? Like, did we really need to go to Q's house? Like, did we really need to do that? You know what I mean?
It was. That went. You know what's funny about that scene is that went back to like the 1980s. Or the night, you know what I'm saying? Like in the back in the day where they didn't want to be completely out, they would kind of like hint around, this my buddy coming over. That part was kind of,
is that right?
That part was kind of goofy.
Yeah, because they
didn't want to go all the way out with it. He wasn't like holding hands with anyone, but there was just like, that's kind of strange because that makes it like, okay, so in the James Bond series, when we're watching James Bond, these are basically like a continuation of the character.
Yeah.
So Daniel Craig is playing the same part as what Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, they were all playing this, George Lazenby, they're all playing the same character. And this is supposed to be Bond at different points in his life.
Right.
We're seeing.
Yeah. And I got that. Like, oh man, what was it? With the driving through in the beginning, were they in Italy? Where were they at? Was it? I mean, it never really said it. But
there was. I was confused, but I thought that was Italy.
Yeah, Tuscany or something. Like, right. But driving through the the mountainside like that, and the DB5 and stuff like that, harking back to shucks, man, I can't think of the movie right now. It wasn't Goldfinger. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't A Time to Kill. I can't think of it right now. But they had so many callbacks to the movies, right? And I didn't understand why they were calling back to these movies like this until we got to the end of the movie. But we'll get to that. Right. You know what I mean? I loved how.
Go ahead. Wait, did you go into the movie thinking this is not going to be any good? Is that how you, or did you think, I'll just give it a chance? Or
I liked Quantum Solace. I liked Casino Royale. I liked the Daniel Craig's depiction of Bond. So I didn't think it was going to be trash, but I didn't know what to expect or where they was going to go especially after Spectre. The beginning of the movie, though, I loved it. That's what it hooked me. It had me on in the beginning when you got Rami Malek's character, hobbling up to the house in the snow. You know what I mean? Look, it scared the hell out of me when the little girl looked up and he's sitting there in the fucking kabuki mask or whatever, the geisha mask. I was like, shit. You know, the little girl running, the mother drunk, drinking boxed wine. You know, and he come in there with the rifle. You know, and he just light the mother up off top. You know.
Yeah, that goes back to For Your Eyes Only opened up with the pretty brutal scene.
Yeah,
and that,
exactly.
That reminded me of that. It was like, oh, we're going back to a brutal beginning, just like what happened with For Your Eyes Only.
Right, and that's when I'm like, damn, okay, and you know, then the little girl, she got the Beretta with her. You know, she took the Beretta from under the sink. You know, talk about foreshadowing. So when she was getting whatever she was getting from under the sink, I see the Beretta. I'm like, oh, some shit about to go down. Right. You know what I mean? You know, and she ain't missed, did she? She hit him with all them rounds. She unloaded the whole thing, and I don't even know how he got the fuck back up. I'm like, was he vested up? Like, damn. You know what I mean? But you know, then it jumps from there to them, you know, swimming in the river or the lake or the pond or whatever the hell they was at. I liked it. I like where it was going. You know, it shows Bond. He's retired. He's in love. You know, then he goes to visit Vespa's gravesite.
Right.
You know, I was like, damn, that's the girl from Casino Royale. Okay. I remember in Casino Royale, she drowned.
Yeah.
You know, she was kind of playing him a little bit because she did all that, stole the money, you know, just so she could save her boyfriend. You know what I mean? And then, you know, and then in that movie she drowns, you know, and then they blow the mausoleum up trying to get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was pretty cold. Spectre wasn't playing around.
Nah, but that's the funny part. I'm like, so I started counting, right? I'm like, all right, then they just tried to blow him up. I think they tried to blow him up 4 times in that movie. I think he got blown up 4 times in that movie, and he still kept it moving.
Explosions.
I'm like, God damn, so Bond is a goddamn superhero. But you know, the chase scene through, I guess it's Italy. That was that was great. You know what I mean? It was a lot of great action scenes. You know, especially in the beginning. This before we get to the intro. You know what I mean? The fight scene.
They went old school with that. I was happy with it. They went really old school with that, where you get the context, you get some violence, you get some action. That's what you want out of a Bond movie to begin.
Right, and I'm like, man, all right. Then he on the dirt bike. He doing some X Games shit on the dirt bike. You know,
the stunts was stellar in this one. It was really on point.
Right, and I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. You know, he put the girl on the train, and you know, he did the suave shit. I'll know that you're okay. You won't, because you'll never see me again. I'm like, damn. Yeah, right. And then I was like, I don't know why I didn't think they would fucking see each other again in the movie.
That was it for her, huh? Mine just cold.
Thought it was cold, and then I didn't, you know, in the beginning scene, I thought she clutched her heart because she was all heartbroken. I was like, how over it? But in reality, you know, and we'll get to that, you know, she clutched her stomach, and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
you know. But I'm like, but then the movie starts. I'm like, oh shit, this is all before, that's what got me. So damn, all this shit happened before the intro. All right, let's get to it.
So James Bond's trust threshold is pretty low. Mm-hmm. You look at him the wrong way, and he got you on his hit list like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
That's all it took. He was a rap. He forgot all about that love making and clapping them cheeks.
I love you, baby. He went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Real fast. He went from clapping the cheeks, telling we gonna go get breakfast, and we gonna figure out where we going next. So like,
get lost.
Bitch, get out my life.
Yeah, I'm done. It's done.
And it was cold.
That's funny though.
It was cold blooded. How he gonna sit there and he just let dude just let off into the. Cause you can see the bulletproof glass was ready to go on her side, and he just letting it happen. Like, nah, she.
Yeah, it's just the pop.
I'm gonna let her piss her pants for a little bit before I get out of here. But I think he was trying to see if she was being honest. But I'm like, well, shit, they lighting your car up. They don't give a fuck about her. Clearly, she must not be, you know, all the way in on it. But I still wasn't sure if she was really in on it or not.
Yeah, and you get how many villains in this? You get at least 3 primaries.
Yeah. You get the one villain from was he the actual villain though? Was he the actual bad guy? The guy that was in the fucking Hannibal Lecter type shit when he was coming? He was coming down the pipe. He was in the with the missing eye and shit.
What was that? Who was he?
They was trying to make
You talking about the henchman with the eyeball?
No, not him, but the one that was in prison. They went to go visit
with
him.
the tore up eye. The modern day Blofeld.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like they just you had him. You had they harken back to, like, I guess Rami Malek's character was going back to the movie where he had to go stop the guy who wanted to unleash the chemicals into the take out a bunch of people.
Yeah, the way he acted in that movie too, that character was a lot like in the Dr. No villain.
That's it. Yeah, Dr. No.
So the movie was really just tying all these different threads together in one single movie, which I really liked.
Yeah, and it made me want to go back and watch a lot of the films that I haven't seen, because I used to watch Bond with my grandfather. You know what I mean? My uncles and stuff like that. But like, it's been a long time since I've seen some of the older Bond films. You know what I mean? But I could still remember bits and pieces of it as I was watching this movie, and I'm like, "Oh, that's
classics." It's a classic series.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But and then you got the new. So I'm gonna just jump into it now. You got 007, the replacement. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I remember, it was a big deal in the news at one point because they were trying to push it real hard. They wanted her to be the new 007. What's her name?
I don't even know. I know she was in Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, she was.
She was the friend in Captain Marvel.
Yeah. What's her name? I'm pull up the old Google.
That's what's the problem though. You have to pull up Google to see what this girl's name was.
Right.
In the movie, she was cool.
All I know is she was fine.
But she seemed like the what was she was once again the buddy. She was once again the partner. She wasn't the main draw. Bond was still holding it down.
Lashana Lynch, that's her name. Lashana Lynch, yeah.
Letitia Wright, that's her name, Letitia.
Shout out to Unc on that. Yeah, Lashana Wright. I like her as an actor. But they didn't overpower you with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she was kind of like, she was just there. She was just like almost like another agent.
Exactly. Like a 00.
Right.
007, but she could have been 008, 009.
Right. She was, and I like, because I didn't, at first they don't tell you that she's 007 at first. Mm-hmm. Because they meet in the Jamaican nightclub. And she take him, she put him on a little Vespa or whatever the hell she got, and she take him back to his house, which apparently I found out that's the actual house of the guy that created the James Bond
Ian Fleming
character. Yeah, that's his house. Like,
all right.
So I was like, wow, that's a cool little Easter egg.
Ian Fleming based most of James Bond on himself and on a few other agents that he knew in real life. That's what the backstory was a little bit.
You find out Ian Fleming was the redacted.
Yeah. Before he did that, Casino Royale is the prequel, and that was his first. I think that was his first book, but I might be wrong. That might have been whatever, Live and Let Die or something like that. But just going back off memory, I watched a couple of those Ian Fleming documentaries. Okay,
yeah, he because I'm like, dang, he was the Tom Clancy of his day then. You know what I mean? So right. Tom Clancy was the redacted too. But we're gonna keep pushing.
R.I.P. Tom Clancy.
R.I.P. Tom Clancy. I think they just sold his condos here in Baltimore. I think he owned two stories of the whole 2 stories of a condo of a complex. I think they said the very top was a gun range where he would shoot the guns for research for his video. I mean, for his books.
That's dope.
Yeah. So you got them, and then they get there, and at first I didn't recognize it until she took off the fake dreadlocks or whatever she had.
Oh, she said, I didn't think that was what she was going to be taking off.
Right. Then you find out, he found out that she an agent or whatever. And I guess he found out she working for MI6.
The trailer to this, right? The trailer leading up to this kind of like played it off like she was going to be insulting or something like that, and the overall fan base was so negative and down on this movie before we went in to see it.
Yeah,
I don't know if they changed stuff to fix things, to retrocon things, to
I think they did
quell the fan base, because when we're watching the movie, it wasn't as bad as what the overall fan base was suggesting it was going to be.
Right,
they said this is going to be the woke Bond. It's going to be garbage. Don't watch it. They were really dissing the movie like like when they found out Michael Keaton was going to be Batman, and they were dissing it before even seeing it.
Yeah, you know, because I guess I already had a bad taste in their mouth because, you know, Naomi Harris was Miss Moneypenny. You know what I mean? You know, Miss Moneypenny's white. And, you know, but I think she did a good job. Like I said, sometimes you gotta suspend your disbelief. Like I'm not for the tokenization of characters because I'm just like, it's lazy. You know what I mean? But you know,
it's an alternate universe, Kenny.
Yeah,
it's all in an alternate universe.
This is the alternate dark James Bond. But you know, the fact that the way they did it with Lashana Lynch, where in my opinion, it's like 007's a number. You know what I mean? You know, was it Casino Royale was the first one, right? So he got his 00 status after that one mission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like she after he retired, somebody had to take that number, right? So, you know, 007 is just a number, and I think that's how they you know, that's their way around it if they do decide to move forward with a spin-off for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know if they're gonna do a spin-off.
I don't think they should.
Her.
I don't think they should, because I think they did. I think they probably tried to center this entire movie around her, and then they got that backlash from the fans, like, y'all better not. And
even
then they changed it up.
And I mean, her character was there throughout the movie helping.
Yeah.
But she came across as just a helper,
right?
And not as a lead.
And I was cool with that. You know,
she was a follower, not a leader.
Right. You know, it was like her scenes when they went to go get the doctor or the scientist, and you know, she had the fucking Batman grappling hook and she fucking sliding across buildings and shit, and then she got, you know, the shootout. Like, that shit was dope. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like you said, she would just pop up here and there in the movie. She would help. She would, you know, do what she needed to do, but she wasn't. They didn't make her the center of attention. And I think that was
she tells, not Sonic.
Right. Yeah. But I think that was a good move on the writer, the producers, and the director. You know,
she robbing.
She just showed up when she needed to be there.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't go back and try to help them go. You know, they get them out of here. She did it. You know what I mean? And she, like, I like that. You know, and I don't think they should mess with it. You know, 007 is James Bond.
Yeah.
Period. Full stop. Even if you want to, you know, Charlie Indigo Alpha this, you know, and just go James Bond's just a name. You know, it might not have been his name. Period. You know, that's like, you know. When you see movies and they like, what's your name? John Smith. You know what I mean? It's
right.
You know, it's just a name that, you know, it's an operative name.
So, I don't know if are they gonna do Idris Elba as Bond now? Is that what they're gonna do next? Is that what they're gonna pull?
I think they'll do that before they use Lashana Lynch as 007. I think they'll do that.
Yeah.
I think they'll do that. He won't be 007 though. She'll be in that movie.
Oh yeah, she could. I mean, if she can come out and say, "Yeah, I'm 007 and he's 009 or
right, whatever." Right. You know, I like how they brought Jeffrey Wright back as Felix. You know what I mean?
I don't remember who's
Felix. Felix, the guy that he met in the nightclub with the redacted agent.
He was really good because wasn't he in the Casino Royale?
Yeah, he was in Casino Royale.
Solace has the new Felix Leiter. He was pretty cool.
Right. And somebody had pointed out that he when he met Bond in Casino Royale, he said, "I'm just a brother from Charlie Indigo Alpha." You know what I mean? Or he said, "I'm just a brother from the agency" or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at, you know, when he was, and then in that the wood scene or the forest scene where he was taking out them Range Rovers. You had the agency agent that had, you know, the car was being held by the tree.
Yeah.
And he was like, I had a brother. His name was Felix, and he let that shit fall on. They said it was harking back to when Felix said, "I'm just a brother from the agency."
That's cool. Yeah. I like how they did all that. I like how they wrapped so many different things up and did so many callbacks to all the other films. They did. I thought that they did the film good. I thought they did it justice for Bond,
and it wasn't overpowering. Like it wasn't like they were trying to shoehorn these Easter eggs or shoehorn these nostalgia scenes in. Like, it fit perfectly. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I'm like, damn. I said, we get that old ass DB5, and I'm like, oh, they brought it back from previous movie. You know, same thing with the other Aston Martin car. You know, it was cool to, like, you know, with Q, like you said, you know, like they try to harken back to that. They did make mention that he was the, you know, LGBT, you know, but it was like quick, and like it wasn't, you know, them making a whole grandstand over it and this and that. You know what I mean? They just, you know, that was it after that.
Yeah, I just wonder if where there was a bunch of deleted scenes or what?
Oh, I'm sure.
It was like,
they probably reshot this movie.
What did they cut out this movie? Because it's a little bit different from what you see in the trailers and whatever they were saying that it would be like in the scripting. But I'm glad the way it turned out. 4 out of 4 koofies on my end for the new Bond. I liked it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 4 koofies on my end too. Like I said, there was a couple things we could have did without the movie. It was what, 2 hours and like 48 minutes and some shit like that.
One of the longest Bond movies, but sometimes those drag on. Though.
But I see why they did it. You know what I mean? We get to it. What's her name? The chick, was that Madeline? Madeline, the main, love interest of Bond, where he said, "I'll never see you again." The reason why he found later on in the video or in the movie, the reason why she clutched her stomach because he had put a seed in that belly.
Bond was laying seeds.
I guess that was the secret, or that's what she had to tell him. So then we fast forward, we get to our house because they got to look for her because she slipped him that which is still hard. It was is it Dr. No? Where they had the women that they were training to be
on the Majesty's Secret Service was the women getting trained, right?
Yeah, so it was the
run the packages, run those packages that have the chemical in or whatever.
Yeah. Like it was like through like a product, I guess, beauty products or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was like the females was like MK Ultra.
Yeah,
they was in there under hypnosis from Blofeld, and he was putting stuff in their head to go do something after a certain keyword would be delivered to them.
But she had like some of the little vials and stuff. Like when she was in the bathroom, and 007 came and said, "I'll be waiting for you outside." Some of those vials look like from the movie. You know what I mean? So and that's why I was like, damn, that dude look like some Her Majesty's Secret Service type shit. So I guess when he grabbed her wrist, the toxin or whatever it was
nanobots, right?
Yeah, the nanobots was on his hands, and then when he grabbed dude by the neck, I guess they went for his DNA because they had already established in the movie that that weapon they could target certain
weaponized nanobots based off of the DNA. They getting into some predictive programming here. It looked like.
They did, and
I was like, oh my.
At first he says in certain ethnicities, and I was like, what do you mean, you black?
He was
people?
Like, oh, he's like, yeah, we getting rid of them, huh?
I was like, certain ethnicities.
How many people caught that part? I think it slipped over. The theater was just quiet. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I was like, certain ethnicities. What? Like, you couldn't leave it as certain DNA.
I'm gonna wipe out all you.
Right.
Yeah, that evil doctor was kind of ruthless with it.
Yeah,
that goes back to what is it? Eugenics?
Yeah, exactly. It goes back to eugenics.
That doctor was a eugenicist. He had a poster of Bill Gates on his wall in the background.
What was his name? Like Lucifer Safin or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Like his name was basically Lucifer in that movie. They was trying to allude to that with that doctor.
Yeah, and but I like Rami Malek as an actor. Like I didn't know who he was until I started watching Mr. Robot when Mr. Robot came out. That was a pretty decent show. And then I know he played.
He was hacking in that movie.
Yeah,
show, right?
Yeah, and then he was in the Little Things with Denzel. Played the detective, the young detective, and then he was also Freddie Mercury. He also played Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie?
Where he was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Stuff.
Then it was Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah. So, and I like him, like but he, even like he has that. He just got that calm demeanor, that stoicism in it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he is.
He was really like that Dr. No character in this one. For me, that's what I felt like when he was on the screen. It was like, okay, we're going back to the original villain, basically.
Right.
Is the one that is, here to get rid of Bond.
Yeah. So, so he goes to Madeline's house. He sees the little 5-year-old girl. I'm like, oh shit, Bond got a kid. That's what she didn't want to tell him. You know what I mean? And then he started playing daddy, cooking breakfast and shit.
all of that makes the level of intensity and the severity of everything going on just heightened, because now there's a kid involved.
Right.
The nanobots is potentially a threat to the entire world.
Right.
It's like the co-base. It's like the bug.
Right.
And this was being made long before we got hit with the bug.
Yeah, exactly. You could see the little nanobots swimming around in the water and shit like that, or whatever the solution was in the background. But once he had to protect them, it was all bets was off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they go. He chased after me, don't catch him. Then 007, she pulls up at the right time with the badass DB9 at that point. Like, damn, she got the DB9. And he go to the airport. But she played a good sidekick. That's just what she was. You know what I mean? Like I said, I like her as a character. I like her as an actor. She does well. Not to mention she fine. But then we get to the final part of the movie. We get to the climax. They in there, they fighting. They gotta go save Madeline and the little girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever found what was the little girl's name?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I forgot it.
Was it Matilda?
I don't know. Curly Sue. No, I'm playing. I don't know what the little girl's name was.
Right, yeah, I don't remember ever saying
little blue eyes.
Yeah, she had some blue ass eyes. I was like, golly. Like, if you don't know that's your daughter, then them eyes should have gave it away. You know what I mean? But
yeah, the mother was like, no, it's not yours.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, she's like, it's not your kid. Like, get the what? Okay. There's no way he believed that shit.
Right.
You're a horrible agent if you fell for that. But they get there on the stealth glider. That shit was dope. You know what I mean? Then
yeah.
So then they get in there, they start fucking people up, with the AR and the scorpions and stuff like that. And then
the action was kind of brutal. I loved how he was fighting and going up the stairs and fighting people off. It was
right.
It was rough. It was nice.
Yeah, so it was dope, especially like the dialogue he had between him and Rami Malek's character, Leicester, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
That was cool. He's talking about what did he say? I don't know if that was when they were fighting, but he was like, we're no different, or we're the same. And you're like, yo, you trying to kill the world? How are you the same? And he basically was like, you leave my baby alone, I'll leave your baby alone. Like, yo, get out of my compound.
Yeah.
And then he went for he had a backup gun, and he he had a backup gun for his backup gun, because he had to drop the rifle, then he had to drop the sidearm, but he had another one. I guess the other guy was behind his back on the ankle or something.
You remember what was that Last Action Hero, where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets on top of the roof and he's like, why don't you drop your gun? That's all you got. And he's just dropping gun after gun.
Yeah, I remember that.
After gun.
I was like, where the fuck that gun come from? But he took out the guards, and then when he went for him, he fucking had a escape elevator or hatch or whatever the fuck that was he was sitting on.
He was ready.
Yeah, he was 100% ready. I'm like, man. So, you get to that, he got to get to the little girl. Was it? I don't know. I missed it because I blinked for a second. Was it the mother that took the shot to save the little girl?
Did the mother take a shot?
No, was it? What happened? I forgot how he got the little girl back.
She ran. She was looking for that little toy rabbit of hers, whatever. She went off down the hall, and she was smart, so she kind of dipped out of there. And then
I missed that part.
the mother was using like some of the poisons on the guard to get back outside to go look for the little girl. And the little girl kind of pushed away from the Dr. No bad guy or whatever. He ran off down the hallway.
Yeah. Okay. So
got away.
I remember when I looked back up, they had the kid and they was getting in the raft, the little Navy SEAL boat, I called it.
Yeah, I thought that was the getaway. I thought, okay, they're getting away.
Yeah.
Bond's got him a family, happy ending.
Right.
And
they was like, no, you gotta open up them silo doors. And I'm like, that was more foreshadowing for me. I said, uh-oh. So, and then when he said, I'll meet you guys, blah, blah, blah. I said, more foreshadowing. I was like, what's about to happen to Bond here? So then, he fight his way back to the silo.
Right.
Q's like, it's this really complicated old sequence, and then he had, as Q talking, he just did the shit like, I got it before Q could finish the instructions. So then the silo's open. He getting out of there. He get the bunny rabbit. It looked like everything's gonna be good. He about to escape before these missiles hit. And then you just see the silo door shut. I was like, oh damn.
So Bond have to be the one to save the world. Right,
exactly. So he go back up there to see what's going on. He running, trying to hurry up, and then he get clipped from behind. But with I guess Beretta was the handgun of choice in this movie. So he get clipped from behind by the main bad guy, the Dr. No clone. And then they get into a tussle in the little, I don't know, was that just regular ass fucking water, or was that like, I don't know, but they get in a tussle
near where they're making the plants to extract the stuff,
the toxins and stuff,
poisons and stuff.
So they get into the fight, and then he scratched. I think when he grabbed me, like I was like, oh, then he just scratched him. What he scratch him? And I immediately go, what the fuck he scratching with? Could you hear it?
And then nanobots.
Yeah, he's scratching with the nanobots, and then I'm like, oh damn, he done got him. He got him, and he says, he's like, he forced me or whatever he said, and then Bond picks up the Beretta and just put put 3 in him,
and then here you go. Merry Christmas.
Right, and then he calls 007 to put his chick on the phone, and he tell her he ain't gonna make it. He climbing up to the top. After he opened up the missile silos, he climbs up to the top. I guess he wanted to see the sunrise one last time, with you see the sunset or whatever one last time before the missiles hit.
Yeah,
and that was the end of James Bond.
Yeah, so really, the death of James Bond. My goodness. So really, they can't go. I hope that they don't do another Bond movie where Bond is just magically back and they don't address it.
See, that's what I think they're going to do. That's why I said
I don't want to see no alternate. Like that was just an alternate universe. And I don't think Bond. He's back. I
don't think they're going to do alternate universe. Like I was saying in the beginning, I think they're going to say James Bond is just a name and not a man. It's not a person.
Basically, like the number with the 007.
Yeah, like I was saying, like like when you watch, like what's that movie? What was that movie with Tom Cruise where he had to work for for the agency?
Mission Impossible.
No. The one where he was running drugs. It was like a true story. He was flying a plane.
The American. Yeah, it was something along those lines.
American made or something. I forgot what it was. But anyway, so
true story.
Yeah, so he the guy kept saying his name was John Smith. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Clearly, that's not his real name. He just said I'm John Smith. So I think they're gonna treat James Bond like that. Like his name wasn't really James Bond. That was just the name that the agency gave him, and they can just re-give it to anybody else, just like they can reassign 007 to anybody else. So they may just reassign the name James Bond to somebody else, which could be Idris Elba as the new James Bond, and that's it. That'll be their explanation to it. That he's the new James Bond simply because that agency gave him that name. They're recycling it. Now we just got a black James Bond. Same universe.
This in your top 10 Bond movies?
Yeah. Actually, yes. This is one of my top 10 Bond because I think, especially because of the ending, how they sent him. He saved the world. My man know he was about to die. He said, "Kiss my baby, tell her I love her." He climbed to the top and he accepted his fate as he watched the sun set and the missiles blow him up. That was the fourth time he got blown up, and that was the last time he got blown up.
It was a harsh, send off, but a beautiful send off at the same time because the stakes were the highest for Bond ever.
Right.
Because he's looking out for a daughter. Mm-hmm. He's looking out for this, the female, and of course he's looking out for the whole world because this is a situation that could have really wrecked everything in the universe.
Yeah,
so he had to go all out.
Yeah, like they could, like you said, they could have sent them out real corny. You know what I mean? They didn't. They didn't send them out corny. They sent them out with a bang. Pardon the pun.
And this Bond, so like I was saying, like for Bond, like they do these characters like Sean Connery, Roger Moore, they're all playing the same character. So by the time No Time to Die, where Bond gets killed, the what we're seeing, this Bond, his age should be like in this late 50s or early 60s,
right
around there. This is an old Bond.
Yeah, right.
This is his last mission.
Yeah,
kind of like when Roger Moore was in what was that, A View to a Kill, and whatever the other dude, those were Sean Connery was in Never Say Never Again.
Yeah,
those were Bond at a later stage in his life. So Octopussy, A View to a Kill, this is his final adventure.
Yeah. And how old is Daniel Craig anyway?
I don't know. Probably in his late 40s, early 50s, I guess.
He was born in 68, so he's about 57, 58. 57, 58 years old. So.
The Bond character for the movie series, he would have been like at least 60, I think, in this story.
Yeah, so it's there. Plus or minus 2 years, he about that. Daniel Craig ain't no spring chicken anyway. They probably gonna want to put a fresh face on the Bond character. But I think they're gonna go woke with it. Not woke per se, but they're gonna tokenize Bond, I think, going forward.
Idris Elba.
I think it's gonna be Idris Elba.
Could be on the horizon because he's a strong British actor,
and it's gonna be he a draw. He's a box office draw. You know what I mean?
I know the name Idris Elba. I don't know what you say. What was her name? Lashana.
Yeah. She's been a supporting character, but so is Idris Elba. Idris Elba's never. I don't think he's held a whole movie down by himself. You know what I mean? He's always been a supporting character. You know what I mean? But if you put a bunch of supporting characters together, I guess they could make a movie too. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and he was. We got a lot of exposure to him too with the DC universe when he was in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Part 2.
I like that movie. I like that movie. I guess we didn't bring that up either.
The second Suicide Squad.
I like that movie. It was campy, but I liked it. You know what I mean?
You got your list. Your favorite Bond movie.
I definitely do got a list, actually.
All right, let's go. Let's go through it.
I don't have
Bond movies.
Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right.
Let me see. All right, you go first.
All right, in no particular order. No Time to Die.
Okay.
Goldfinger. Majesty's Secret Service. Quantum of Solace. From Russia with Love. Thunderball. A View to a Kill.
Okay.
Never Say Never. Octopussy. And License to Kill.
Okay, all right, that's a good.
This License to Kill was the super ultra violent.
Yeah, it was. That definitely was. I mean, you can't have a movie called License to Kill and make it bullshit PG-13 movie or something.
Yeah, it was practical. I think if it had come out today, it could have been a rated R movie.
Oh, I guarantee it.
He was throwing people into cocaine shredders or something like that. He was doing the most. There were shark attacks and everything.
Yeah. So my list, again, no particular order. Goldfinger, Spectre.
I'm surprised, Spectre?
Yeah, what? I like Spectre. I did like Spectre.
What was it you liked about Spectre? What went hard for you with Spectre?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was just, to me, it was like the storyline just got me. You know what I mean? I like how this picked up where it kind of left off with this. That's another reason why I was interested in No Time to Die. I did like the storyline on Spectre. That was what really kind of got me with it. I want to watch. I was going to watch it again tonight, actually. It's because after watching this, I want to go back and watch Spectre to see like some parallels, right?
Yeah.
I got Casino Royale.
All right.
Because like I said, I used to watch Bonds with my grandfather, but what kind of reignited it for me was this Daniel Craig's Bond. I liked it a lot. And Casino Royale is what kind of got me back into the whole Bond thing. I mentioned License to Kill, right?
I mentioned yeah, License to Kill.
I like From Russia with Love with Connery.
Yeah,
that was dope. Me, by the way, I think Connery was the best Bond. This is my opinion. Thunderball, again, that was Connery. Living Daylights, that was great. Like Timothy Dalton, people they say they don't like his depiction of Bond. I don't think he did too bad. You know what I mean?
He didn't get to have a big chance in it because it was the end of the 80s, and he was just it was in between because a lot of people wanted to see Pierce Brosnan take on the role because Pierce had been basically promoting himself to be Bond whenever he was doing that Remington Steele.
Yeah,
and he was coming up off of that.
Right, and I guess he was like, I guess TV was the future for him or some shit because he was like Remington Steele would never be Bond.
Yeah, and then and it's the same way with Roger Moore, who was in The Saint, and that was his promotion to say, hey, look, I can be Bond.
Right.
I'm the Saint, I can be Bond.
Right. So, like I said, Goldfinger, Spectre, License to Kill, Casino Royale, From Russia with Love. Again, Daniel Craig, Skyfall was great. Fucking action was awesome in Skyfall. Dr. No. You gotta put GoldenEye in there. You gotta put GoldenEye in the top 10. You know what I mean?
And that was
Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. That was great. Not to mention one of the greatest, most wonderfulest, most time-consuming video games ever.
Yeah. Nintendo 64.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get the Wii? Did you get the one for the Wii?
I started to, but I didn't do it. Let me see. I was playing stupid shit like some Ninja Turtles in Time. I don't know why I was so nostalgic over that. I guess because playing it in the arcade all the time.
Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah.
Thought it was a dope.
The car.
Yeah. What? that Aston board, man. You don't understand that shit. They had it in this movie. Yeah, he drove that for a minute. He drove for a quick second.
Wow.
Yeah. Thunderball with Connery.
Yeah.
And Living Daylights. So that's my top 10 right there. Or 9. I couldn't really come up with a top 10. Didn't really come up with a top 10.
You didn't mess with the crazy 80s movies? The Never Say Never, Octopussy, View to a Kill?
No, what was the one? I think I might have mentioned it already. The one where he was I mentioned it already. I already mentioned it. The one where he was he was helping out the Mujahideen.
Oh yeah. The Living Daylights.
Yeah, Living Daylights. I already mentioned that, but that was a good one. But that don't get a lot of credit. Right there, they not playing it today. You know they're not gonna play that shit today. Rambo 3, same shit.
What they say? What's a freedom fighter really? It's a person who's fighting against freedom the whole time. So I think it was George Carlin or someone like that. Put it like that.
Yeah, it was it might have been it sounded like some George Carlin shit. But like at then they was the victims. Like they was the ones that we were trying to help liberate from Russia at the time. So but people can't differentiate between the two. So you won't see that shit being played on TV. Like you have to go look for that. When we was talking about it last week, I was like, damn, I forgot how much I liked the Bond series. A lot of those movies that I mentioned, like I remember them watching with my grandfather when I was a kid, 11, 12 years old, you know what I mean? Because he used to go back and watch them shits all the time. Like he was Bond, he would watch them all the time. My grandmother was like old westerns. Like Gunsmoke and Wagon Train.
Rawhide, Gun Will Travel, Bonanza.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Like that's what she would watch that shit over and over. She would watch Wagon Train like it was a brand new show.
All the westerns was popping in the 50s. And in the 2000s, they stopped really making westerns. It's like maybe the studio makes one western per year. Whereas back in the day, they had like 50 a year coming out. Yeah. They don't do westerns anymore. Now everything is superhero related. You gotta be a superhero.
Yeah. But you know what? Who just came up with a western? Netflix came out with a Western. We didn't bring it up last week. It was a lot. Netflix, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Netflix has some bangers this past year.
What's that one called? It was something.
The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall. Yeah, okay. And
it was based off of like black folk heroes or whatever, people that existed, but they took those names of the people and they made a movie with it. You know, they had like Bass Reeves in there. You know what I mean? Like it was dope. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen.
You should go back and watch that. You should go watch that.
It's a whole series, or it's just a
no?
film?
It's just a movie. It's just a movie.
Oh, single movie. Okay.
Single movie. That shit is great. They had like an all-star cast in there. You got Idris Elba in there. You got Jonathan Majors, the guy from Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. He plays Nat Love. You had Idris Elba in there. He was playing let me see if I can pull it up. You had Lakeith Stanfield in there playing Cherokee Bill. Like all these people, apparently they existed back in the day, but they just took their names and made a movie with it. Regina King, I love me some Regina King. She played a lady named Trudy Smith. Idris Elba. I don't got him in here. I forgot the name of his character though. But it was a really good movie. It was a really good movie. Despite it being like a black Western movie, it wasn't overly, in my opinion, it wasn't overly woke. I guess you could say. Like, cause I expected it, but it ended up being a great movie. I think I watched that shit like twice.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
I'll have to give it a look. See.
But the one that really got me was Red Notice. Red Notice is one of the funniest movies I have seen this year. I didn't expect that at all.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to check it out. Red Notice.
Yeah.
It's got The Rock, the girl that was Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, Gal Gadot. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Did you see the Free Guy?
Yeah, I did see Free Guy. I like that. I like that.
That was a good video game movie. From what was it, 2021?
Yeah, it was that. That was
a cool movie. Are you a Liam Neeson fan?
I am a Liam Neeson fan.
We got some Liam Neeson movies coming out again this year.
Oh, do we? What we got?
It's a couple. You know what? I think one's called Black Light.
Okay.
And I don't remember what the other two, but in it, he's going to use his special skills to get back his granddaughter or something like that. And I can't wait to see it. How
old is Liam Neeson, yo?
He's
like he's
175, but ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right. He
said, I'm too old to keep doing these movies.
He said,
boy, that paycheck.
He like the white Morgan Freeman, yo. Like he been old since he been doing movies.
Driving Miss Daisy.
I was Daisy. He been old since he been doing movies, but he, if he can still move, he can still move.
I remember he's in that movie Kroll.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson is.
Yeah.
I got that I know I got that on Blu-ray. I got that on Blu-ray up on my shelf. I got the HD DVDs.
Like Liam Neeson
on my shelf.
Oh, okay. Liam Neeson is like I guess he's like a guilty, like his movies are like a guilty pleasure type situation. Like they all the same. Like all of them are the same.
You'd be shocked. He got like hundreds of movies. He got some dramas and he got some thrillers too.
Yeah, but like
especially go back to the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, was he the no, he wasn't the Fly. Was he the Fly? Or was he Darkman?
Oh, that was
he
was Darkman?
Yeah, he was Darkman.
He was Sam Raimi's Darkman because Sam Raimi had wanted to do Spider-Man or something, but the studio said nah, and so he said, okay, Darkman then. How you like that?
Darkman was good.
That's what Sam Raimi got to do Spider-Man because he came back and did Darkman. And I know I got it sitting up there on my shelf right here on HD DVD.
Oh shit.
You know this? You remember this format?
Yeah,
they had the format wars.
It was quick. And Blu-ray run out. Blu-ray run it out. I got a bunch of Blu-rays sitting over in my basement. My family room down here.
Did you get the 4K player too?
No, I didn't get a 4K player. Just figured the TV was good enough.
I got the 4K and the I heard they're gonna come out with an 8K, but I don't think people are even hip on the 4K yet. So
no, they not really. I mean, I'm still trying to get a PlayStation 5 so I can play me some 4K stuff.
Can't even find no PlayStation 5
at all. And then when you do, they gone
sold out
2 seconds. Yeah, so I'm just holding tight. I was like, I should have got it when I had the chance to get it, but when I had the chance to get it, it was brand new, and I'm like, I don't ever get a console as soon as it comes out because they always got issues. So I was like, I'm gonna let them work the bugs out first, and then I'll pick it up. But kind of wish I would have picked it up now. Cause
the first PlayStation, boy. Yeah. It was like $600 when it came out.
Yeah, it was something like that.
The PlayStation 1, the PS1, a long time ago.
Yeah, I had
93, 96 when it came out.
I want to say it was like 94, 95. I think what was my first game? Fatal Fury. I think it was my first game on that. And then like Metal Gear Solid. Like that's probably one of my all-time favorite games for PlayStation is Metal Gear Solid.
Now that's a ongoing meme.
Yeah,
the Metal Gear Solid with the little sting sounds and all that.
I would love to see them make that into a movie.
Oh, Uncharted is about to come out though.
Yeah,
see that?
Yeah, I want to see that. I like Tom Holland as an actor. He's a great actor.
Who is it that everyone wanted to have play it instead of Tom Holland? They wanted that looks like him that was in the fan film. That looks like the Uncharted character.
I don't know. They got a fan film?
Yeah, the guy, the main guy, I think from Firefly. That guy.
Okay. I don't know his name. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the one that was in the fan film of Uncharted.
Okay.
And he looks exactly
like Nathan Drake.
Right. He looks exactly like the character.
Yeah, because if they could do it with Resident Evil was a hit. I haven't watched the new one yet. I started to watch it with my son. He kept coming in the room. I was like, I can't watch it with him because he's gonna be screaming all goddamn night, and I gotta go. I ain't trying to be up to 2 a.m. trying to tell him it was just a movie. But Dad,
I think his name is Nathan Fillion, but I don't know. I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, Tomb Raider was a hit. All 3.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would love to see Metal Gear Solid as a movie. I think that Tom Cruise could play Snake. Kind of look like him a little bit, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But I would love to see that. But I can't wait to see this new Uncharted. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to seeing that too.
Yeah,
checking it out.
But did you watch Red Notice?
No, I didn't get to see it.
You didn't see Red Notice?
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, check that out. That's a funny ass movie.
Next time we get together, we'll discuss Red Notice.
Yeah.
Red Notice next time.
Yeah, because I'll say this about it. It's not spoiling anything. When I first heard about the movie, I thought it was going to be there's a novel called Red Notice, but it's about what is it? It's about stock market, but like in the Soviet Union, how they were shorting stocks and shit like that, and this American got caught up in it. And it was called it's a good book called Red Notice. So when he came out with it, I thought that's what it was going to be about, and I couldn't wait for that shit. But then I seen the trailer, like, oh, this is a comedy. It's a great movie though. It's a really good movie. So
okay, I'm looking forward to checking it out.
I think Ryan Reynolds was the producer on it or something like that.
Okay.
And he had a win with Free Guy, and he had a win with Underground 6. That was an awesome movie. That was a 2020 movie, but that was an awesome movie.
How you feeling about the streaming versus the theater? Because you go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Because Spider-Man was only in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But I like going to the movie theater. Like, I love it. I love going. I don't know what it's about going to the movie theater, but I like going to the movie theater. Now the convenience of streaming it, it's great. You know what I mean? But it's something about going to the theater, sitting in the seat, watching it on the screen. I guess being around the audience that getting feedback from the audience as you giving yours or whatever. There's something about that I don't think that streaming it can touch. Now I don't know how
a communal experience.
Right, exactly. Like when when Andrew Garfield and spoiler alert, guys. when Andrew
Tobey
Garfield
Maguire.
and Tobey Maguire came out and the whole audience
Let's
erupted.
go.
Yeah. You know, like you like seeing that, like you were part of that experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't get that at the house.
You can't get that at the house. Not
I
really.
mean, you could be tripping out over it yourself.
But like you got 100 people in the theater doing the same thing. You know, it's just cool, and it's a nice night out. You know what I mean? You know, it ain't cheap no more. I remember movies used to be a cheap date.
Yeah, man,
not no more. It's gonna cost you about $80 for 2 people.
I've been into this. I don't mind if the theater is hyped up for the right reasons over a movie. That's cool. Because I've been to a movie where they had where we were watching a comedy. Imagine you in the theater watching something like Next Friday or Trading Places or something, and you in there and it's packed, and they're all just sitting there quietly.
Yeah.
With the hands folded in their lap, like they're in detention or something.
Right.
That's a weird experience, especially when you're seeing a comedy. And because I've been to a couple comedies like that where I was laughing and I'm looking around and everyone else is just
right.
Like, what the heck is y'all doing?
Are y'all afraid to have fun?
Y'all ain't enjoying yourselves.
Right. Like y'all afraid to have fun. Is this what we're doing here?
I like the cinema experience too, because you can so many movies have switched over to this dialogue where they're whispering.
Right.
They're like, I forgot to tell you earlier. And you're like, what the heck are they saying? But you can hear it in the cinema.
Right.
Whereas even at the house with the nice sound system you got, if one of the kids comes running through or if the neighbor's dog is barking, and you miss it, especially with the way that the music is sometimes overlapping. Yeah. Like in that movie Tenet.
Yeah.
You like, hold up, what'd he say?
I might be one of the only people that like Tenet.
I love Tenet.
I like the premise. I like that shit. That was Christopher Nolan, right?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I like that. It gave me Inception vibes. I was cool with it.
The Nolan brothers always deliver with their films.
Yeah, I like
their shows.
You know, I think Denzel Washington's son, they probably could have casted better maybe, but he still did a good job. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's got a lot of good movies coming out in 2022, you know. But like, I still want to revisit a couple of other movies that we missed, you know, because there was so many good ones. Like I said, Netflix alone had some hits. You know, and it's like, as I think, like, dang, okay, that. But you know, you got a new Scream movie coming out. I don't know if I want to see that though. Like, it was like the first one was dope. I don't know if are they remaking it, or is this some like a
Nah, it looks like it's like a part 4, part 5. Because I know they did come out with a part 4, but nobody really watched that one. But this looks like a part 5. But they're just calling it Scream. But I don't want to watch it at the theater just because of that the horror content bring out the wrong kind of people sometimes. Yeah, dude. I don't want to be in a theater worried about someone behind me doing some weird stuff.
Right. No, yeah, I feel you.
I ain't trying to get taken out in no Scream movie.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, right. So
remember that scene in the what was it, part 3 or whatever, where Jada gets it in the theater with the knife, and they recreated it in Scary Movie. It's just like,
Scary Movie was hilarious.
Yeah, they did that one right. And that was a good cinematic experience too.
Yeah, it was, you know.
The whole theater was in the uproar.
But yeah, I just miss going to the movie theaters. It was, you know, I was happy. Like when I went to go see Spider-Man, I was happy about it. You know.
I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, you know, and you know, it should be. But, you know, like my wife, she likes washing them in the house, you know. She'll take the kids to Walgreens. They get the little 4 candies for $4, 4 boxes of candy for $4. The same candy he's selling you for $8 and $10 in the theater. You know what I mean? And they go, and then they get all ready for the movie. You know, like today.
You gotta have the theater purse when you hit the theater with the big bulky ones.
Yeah,
get you the big bulky.
Right. And we gotta revisit Ron. We watched Ron's Gone Wrong. You know, we watched that today. That shit had a lot. That had a hell of a message in there. There was a lot of Big Brother shit going on in Ron's Gone Wrong.
Hey, did you see what I was telling you? Did you see a little bit of the way that it kind of lined up with the Mitchells?
I did see how it lined up with the Mitchells a lot.
Yeah, there's like cell phone technology, robot technology. You know, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
We're going to have robots like R2-D2 and BB-8 running around. Only they're going to be listening to everything you say and possibly acting on it.
And that's what I was talking about with the movies. A lot of Big Brother shit going on in that movie with the fake Steve Jobs character that they had going on in there.
Yeah,
you know, it was a cool little movie. Like it was entertaining, but it had a message in there. It had some some like you said, some some symbolism in that movie, big time. You know what I mean? A big message about social media and all that other stuff and selling your information and stuff like that. The movie was a great little movie.
Predictive programming
is coming. They telling you what they doing.
They
telegraphing them punches, man.
Say here's what we got planned for you.
Right.
It's just a movie. It's just a movie.
Yeah, this ain't never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Not in America. Not with all of our freedom.
Right.
Not with all of our rights.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And then we look out the window and here we are. It's 1984.
Oh, yep. People don't understand that.
Right. All right, Kenny. It's been good, man.
Yeah,
let's
definitely.
go ahead and next time we get together, let's talk about the Red Notice and anything else. All right. Can think of probably Old and the other stuff too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to watch Old, and I'm gonna give you my feedback on that.
I like M. Night Shyamalan.
You did?
I like M. Night Shyamalan. I know it's gonna come with the twist, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm trying to figure it out while I'm watching.
Yeah.
What's this twist gonna be this time? Shyamalan did
Avatar, right?
Nah, he messed up that. We don't talk about that. No, he did Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
He did Unbreakable.
Oh,
he did Glass.
Great. Yeah.
What was it the other two? I know he did Glass and something else. He did he did a couple little cool ones. Signs.
Oh, Signs was good too.
Village.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he got some bangers too. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna watch Old, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it because like usually that genre isn't my cup of tea, but I'll watch it and see what's up. You know, because he always got a twist. He always got a twist in his movie.
Yeah.
So
cool. It's got a good little twist. That's good for our time period right now that we're in.
Yeah. Anyway, this was fun.
And
go watch Red Notice and go watch The Harder They Fall. Both of those movies, I'm sure you're gonna get a kick out of them.
I got my homework, but it's gonna be well worth it.
All right. This was fun, and till next time.
Till next time, y'all.
Salute.